Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. So please like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. I feel like in this energy, you're not allowing fear to stop your forward movement in any direction with anything or anyone, and I feel like a lot of you will achieve great things. Like, because of that, like you're very driven to attain whatever this is, which is a great thing. So I feel like some of you are overcoming some past setbacks. They could be major or minor, but either way, that's positive change, you know what I'm saying? Something is about to end for now. Yeah, because there's change coming. And we just had the full moon, so that completes the cycle. There's endings happening all around us, just saying. But whenever one door closes, another opens. And it is true, like, spirit just washes away the shit that doesn't serve us so that we can focus on what's most important or what we need to focus on, even if it's not what we want to. A time to say goodbye for now. So there could be a temporary ending here, or you have to walk away from someone temporarily, or that's what they already did, or what you already did. It doesn't feel, I don't know, whatever this is, it doesn't feel like it's over. It feels like there's a shift. But in order for that change to even happen in the first place, there had to be some type of ending. Like a pattern had to stop, a cycle had to close out, something like that. Some of you could just be realizing why this even happened in the first place, why someone exited your life, or why something didn't work out. Because just because something doesn't work out at a specific time doesn't mean that it's never going to work out. Like, for example, my daughter had been applying to Dunkin' Donuts for, so well, she just told me because they looked up her application. It was like she had applied multiple times, and it's been over a year, and they wouldn't hire her because she wasn't 18 and out of school and whatever. So she was just like, well, you know, I guess I'm not, like, whatever. She gave up on it. And then with like a little twist of fate, a turn of events, they were understaffed, and one of the girls over there was really stressed out. And I was like, well, you know, you're working so many hours, why don't you hire my daughter? Like, she's wanted to work here forever. And it just so happened that when I was talking to that person that I deal with all the time when I get my coffee, the general manager or the owner of the store was sitting in there, and I didn't know that person. And he's like, what? And then I started talking to him, told him the situation, and she got an interview and basically got hired on the spot. But it was about timing, you know? And it didn't mean that it would never happen, because it didn't happen prior when she tried the first few times, but it's happening now. Because, like I said, it's all about divine timing. That's just a minor example, but it is an example to not give up on something you want. You know, maybe it's just not good for you or whoever, or just the situation at said time. Just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean it never will. And I kind of feel like that's what this temporary ending is. Something didn't pan out, but that doesn't mean it won't work out in the future, or it won't work out now, you know, depending on when this ending happened. So let's see, what else do we have here? Actually, here's your sign. Answers received. Someone's figuring something out, like why shit didn't work out in prior years or before, whether it's with a person or in a situation. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Because maybe you weren't ready, or somebody else wasn't ready. Because, you know, if we're talking about, well, it could be with people or situations. If you're not prepared for the duties at hand, or you're not prepared for a relationship or a significant relationship or partnership, it's not going to work out. Or if somebody else isn't, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, why give you something now? Why make this work, make this happen, if it's just going to fall to shit because someone in the situation isn't up to par? You know, they're not prepared for whatever this is. And that's the way the universe works. So it's like, when it comes back around, it's perfect timing because you're prepared for said position, said person, said, whatever it is. And if it never comes back around, it just wasn't meant to be, But I feel like whatever this is something that's temporary. Like, it's not in your grasp right now, or it hasn't been because it just wasn't the right time. But it is now. Oh, more of these. Feathers could be significant as well. It's like following your intuition, really listening to yourself. Trusting that everything's going to work out. That's really what this feels like. All right. Oh, that's too much. This could have been too much for someone at one point. And, when that happens, it's like we need time to take a break, recalibrate, let the dust settle, like whatever that is. And now it's the right time, something like that. Feels like a long time coming. Money. Oh, money's coming in for someone. Could pertain to stability as well. Stability and saving money. Somebody could have been working on their stability, like building up their savings for a big purchase, or just, in general, so that they're in a better position. I don't know. I almost feel like money's coming in for someone, and it almost feels like it's not happening. It's not happening. It's always just enough, which is, that's not a bad thing, but it's never more than enough. You know what I mean? So somebody could have been having a hard time saving because it's living paycheck to paycheck, which happens to a lot of people, just saying. But I feel like there's something bigger here that maybe you weren't prepared for. Like, think of it this way. And I'm not saying this is how you guys are. It's just an example. Say you get this blessing, this bonus, or you win money, or it's given to you, whatever, however the hell you attain this lump sum, okay? If you would have gotten it too soon or at the wrong time, you probably would have spent the money on shit you didn't need because of however you were thinking. Like, I'm thinking of this from an immature standpoint, where it's like, ooh, money, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And like, it just burns a hole in your pocket. When you're younger, it usually does. I mean, there's some people where they're always good with shit like that, but it's making me think of someone who's very frivolous. And now you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, your priorities are different. So now it's time for this to happen for you, because you'll utilize the funds accordingly and correctly. You won't be frivolous with shit. I don't know. Even if it has nothing to do with money, if it's something like that, it's all about timing. Which, give me a little bit more on here's your sign. I did reading last night. It's like a ghost story. Are you afraid of the dark? I actually did the reading in the dark. So the only light that I had was the one on my nightstand, and you could actually see it flash in the recording, because it was the only light that was on. And I was like, oh, because I was just talking about how I wish you guys could see it flash when I say it, and it did. You can just see the light do it, like in the whole room, but it was kind of cool. So I'm going to share that one. I can't remember what it was fully about, to be honest, but I feel like I'm just sitting here praying. I was going to sneeze too. I don't know why. I'm getting a tickle in my nose. Some of you could deal with that, or that's just, I don't know. I feel like I need to pray. I'm really praying this works out. I'm really praying that this happens. Somebody might really need money, just saying. I hope this works out. That's what I want to keep saying. The Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Yeah, you figured out why something ended. Why something didn't work out for you prior. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And sometimes we don't realize what we need until later on. You know what I mean? Whatever this ending is, it could have been upsetting. Whether it's between you and a person, or, the end of your job, or, your dreams are shattered, something. I don't know, it feels painful. It's like, it's heavily disappointing that this didn't work out. But you're finding out why whatever this is didn't work out. It was divine protection for one, because the timing was off. Somebody could have jumped the gun in the situation. And then we have the two of swords with money. I don't know what to do. And the four of swords. Someone's financial situation is definitely turning around. I just heard, I don't know what to do. I need a break. But I need money too. So someone might be getting burnt out, or they were in the past, because they were too heavily focused on the material realm, which, and that's just life, when we have responsibilities and, we gotta take care of our families and whatever. Of course that shit bothers us, because we want to make sure we have enough to live comfortably so that, everyone can be fed and a roof over your head and shit like that. That's kind of what this feels like. Like, I just wish I could win the fucking lottery. I just wish I was more stable, because I need a break. That's what this feels like. I don't know what to do. Somebody needs a break from it all. I do feel like there is a big purchase in here, like someone's considering either buying a vehicle or a home, or, putting a down payment on a rental and shit like that. Whatever it is, it's a big purchase. And it's like, it's almost like I don't know where I'm going to get the money for this, but I need it. Yeah, it has to do with someone's job. Somebody needs a break from work. Sometimes just a mini vacation is all we need, but this feels like, I don't know, it feels pretty stressful for someone. I don't know, you're right on target with something, but you might be questioning it still. I don't know if somebody's questioning a career path, or like, is this gonna work out kind of thing. Someone's worried about their stability, but it's like you already know what you need to do or what's necessary in this situation. You already know it's gonna work out, but you're still questioning it, because she's still got the other dagger, like, yeah, I know I'm right on the money with this, but am I? Like, is this really gonna fucking work? Yeah, it is. Whatever it is gonna work out. It's all about timing. I just heard put this away, because we don't need to worry about this. It will work itself out. So if you're stressing over your bills and stuff like that, don't worry. You will always have enough, and money is coming in. Whatever this is, you'll be successful at it. It'll work out. I just want to keep saying that. It'll work out. It'll work out. So someone might be heavily stressed about their financial situation. Like, I just don't know if I can do this. Someone's getting tired. Take a break, come back to center, even if it's just for a few hours, and just kind of like, sometimes you just need one day. Like just take one day off so you can just sleep all fucking day, or think, relax, whatever. Not bust your ass, and then clarity comes. So if there's something that you're overthinking, whether it's career-based, financially, or otherwise, take a break from the situation. Just sit there in your own energy, whether you meditate or not. I mean, hell, sometimes all you have to do is just relax, watch your favorite TV show, have a couple drinks if that's your thing, and if not, just do whatever kind of distracts you and relaxes you. Take a bubble bath, whatever it is. And when you get back to thinking about whatever this matter is, you'll have more clarity. Because when you're hyper focused on something and you can't stop thinking about it and you overthink it, you tend to miss the fine print, the details. Because you're so hyper focused on it. So if you sit back and just kind of relax and let it go, it will come to you, because you'll be like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Shit. Even if nobody says the damn thing to you, it's just, it clears your mind, so you can be like, oh, okay, now I can think from a different perspective, or oh, yep, that's what I need to do, shit like that. All right, so what does the collective need to know? I don't feel that. Some of you just need to get back outside, get in touch with nature, go on a nature hike, go fishing, go boating, go swimming, go do something, and get your bare feet on the ground and ground yourself. Live like a kid for a day and just, breath of fresh air, because they don't have a care in the fucking world. Take a day to not care about anything, and you'll be pleasantly surprised on how things work out after that. Like I said, somebody needs a fucking break. Yeah, get grounded. That's the truth of the matter. Lucky and gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have, for your home situation, for the people around you. Even if it's just one person, It's like, I only have one person in my corner, but that's better than having none, In order to find the truth, in order to find the answers that you're looking for within this situation for you, you're going to have to just let shit go and just relax, is what I want to say. Because it almost feels like I can't figure this out. I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I'm so stressed out, no matter what it is. Whether you're super stressed or not, but it's kind of, this is just an example. It's kind of what I'm feeling like. Like, what's coming next? What's the next step here, And then just kind of wash it all away, and you're just sitting there breathing in the crisp air, the wind on your face. Some of you might ride motorcycles, or you're a cyclist and stuff, and it's a way to relax, whatever that is for you, you're doing that. And that's bringing you back to center. It's grounding your energy. And then it's like randomly, out of nowhere, it's like the luck of the draw. Like, oh my God, well, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't that come to me sooner? Because you were too focused on something else, or figuring out the truth, figuring out a solution. You're luckier than you think you are. Be grateful for the shit that you have and the people who are around you. I don't know, because that's kind of what I'm thinking of, like when you're just sitting outside and it's like, yeah, I might not have much, but I'm the luckiest person in the fucking world. Like wow. Just be present is what I want to say. Okay, give me one of these. I'm just saying, most of the happiest people in the world don't really have that much, Because they're grateful for the people around them and the shit that they do have. They're just grateful to be alive. Like, every day above ground's a good one, or you should try to make it a good one. Because I think it was Bill Burr that said this. Why, worry is so useless, worrying about the what ifs in life. And it's so true, because it's like, why worry that this, that, and the other is going to happen when it hasn't happened yet? It's fucking up your current moment, Living in the future like that and worrying it damages your today, basically. So don't worry until you have to, until the problem arises, and then you can worry about it and be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? It's good to be prepared, because I always say that it's good to be over prepared even than under prepared. But when, financially, for example, well, I guess I can use this as an example. I just bought a car just recently, a couple months ago, and I could sit here and go, well, what if I can't pay for that like next year or in a few months? What if this happens and then I get behind, or is my car going to get taken because of blah blah blah? That's just unnecessary stress because I can pay for it right now. You know what I mean? It's like, I believe that everything will work out, and if I'm faced with that at any given time, then I will handle it however I need to handle it at the time. But why sit here and worry about shit that's not even happening yet? Especially, if you have prepared for hiccups in life, you know what I mean? Like unexpected bills and shit like that. Like, because people get sick, people lose their jobs, and, that shit can be very unexpected. And then we go, what the fuck? I have a savings, but not enough. Well, how much do you have? How can you make this work? How can you cut back temporarily? That's what you think about when the shit hits the fan. Don't let future nonsense bog you down right now. Someone worries a lot about, I think it's their finances. It really feels like it. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this or that. If you're doing it right now, just keep doing it. Live day by day. Because I just feel like it will work out. I feel like I'm really freaking out for no fucking reason. Probably because something didn't work out in the past. Like, or someone's gone through this before and been in a jam before, and it's like, I don't want to be in that position again. Which nobody wants to be, but that's the cycle of life. It fucking happens. We all have ups and downs, Peacefulness, receptiveness, and manifestation. Your thoughts are powerful. So don't sit there and worry about not having enough. Focus on what you do have and how things are going now. You know what I mean? Like, and how far you've come. Because that will draw in a positive outcome. It'll draw in good things. Because we really are the creators of our own universe, I swear. It's like our life is how we choose to see it and how we choose to look at things, because you could have someone who's in that positive energy, like just living life, living in the moment, going, well, this is so beautiful, this is wonderful, and then you have somebody that's like, yeah, it would be wonderful if the kids would shut the hell up, or if this or that or whatever, if I could do whatever. And you're going, well, yeah, it always sucks when there's drama and bullshit or crying kids or whatever going on. But that doesn't last forever either, I don't know. It's how you see things. Because you could look at two people could look at the same situation very, very differently. Like, I couldn't be in that situation or do this under those circumstances or whatever. Like, oh my God, that would drive me fucking crazy. Like, people would say that with the twins, like, two? Holy crap, how the fuck do you do it? Every day, we make it work. Every day I'm shuffling. I don't know, anyways. You just make it work, and I do it with a smile on my face. Yeah, there's some days that fucking drives me nuts, but that's just human nature. But overall, it's not what people think. But not everyone thinks that way either. Just some people do. I don't know, there's someone who's pessimistic here, and they need to change their perspective for themselves so they can just enjoy the moment, you know what I mean? So they can have a level of peace, because peacefulness comes from within, not externally, You got to get right with you, and if something's driving you nuts, look at something that isn't. You know what I mean? Like, focus on what brings you peace versus what brings you stress, and like, someone must deal with anxiety, because that's really what that feels like. Yeah, I just feel really worried about something. My life is sweet. Yes, it is. Stop fucking worrying. Easier said than done. Yes, I know. And trust me, I do have struggles in life. I just choose not to fucking stare them right in the face, because it'll work out. That's just the way I think. A new world is born. I'm telling you, When you change your perspective for yourself, it's a whole new fucking world. It really is. Because I've been on both sides of the coin before. You know, I've had times where I couldn't handle this or that. It was too much for me. And I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Like, what did I do to deserve this? It wasn't about what I deserved or didn't deserve. It was just life circumstances. And when you have other people in your life, sometimes their shit bleeds into your world and it's not fully your fucking problem, but we take it on as our own because we love said people, person, whatever, you know? I don't know. It's like there's a need to change your perspective because things are better than you're seeing, than you realize. I feel an example coming on. You know, like, I don't know, it's like something that it's not ideal. It's not an ideal situation. I wish things could have been different, but you got to look at the positive aspects of it. I guess I could use the twins as an example too. That situation was crap. You know, it never should have happened. They should have been with her from the start. She shouldn't have done what she did, you know, whatever. Speaking of my sister, and you can't go back and change that crap. And I know that she, you know, she processes through those emotions and feelings and her past on her own because that's her stuff, you know. That's the shit she has to face. That shit is not my problem. What was my problem was I cared about her and I didn't want her to fucking die. And I knew that if the twins went to a stranger, she never would have got help. She would have given up. I just knew she would have. I don't know how I knew. It's just what I felt. She actually told me something along those lines because she had a fucking suicide note. It wasn't even. It was. I guess you could call it that. It was basically a goodbye letter because she knew she was gonna die. She told me that. She wrote down a fucking letter. She never gave it to anyone, but she's like, just in case someone can find it, here's my thoughts, basically. Because she was going to. Her mentality at the time was, the babies don't even know me. They're better off without me. And she was just going to keep going down a bad road. But I kept pushing because I knew that she's a strong-willed bitch and she could get through this. And she has, you know, I'm very, very, very proud of her. But if you look at that situation, you could go, well, it never should have happened. She was a fucking junkie. She made these bad choices, and now you're stuck with this responsibility. But I'm not stuck with anything. It was my choice to take that responsibility on and welcome it into my world. I felt like I should, no matter how difficult it was. It is, you know, it gets easier over time. Everything does. I did it for the greater good. So there's a little bit of a self-sacrifice in there, but that's not the point here. A lot of people looked at that situation as it never should have happened. This is bad. But it saved her fucking life. Because if I didn't make those choices, my sister wouldn't be here. I know she wouldn't, and she doesn't think she'd be here either. You know, so that's looking at it from a positive standpoint. Like, it's a blessing in disguise. There could be some ending here that is a blessing in disguise. Like, for example, you get fired, you lose your job, whatever, and you're going, I don't have any fucking money. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I don't know. I'm thinking of it from, all right, your job comes to an abrupt end, whether it's planned or not. You know, layoffs or getting fired or just the company goes under, whatever it is. Now your main source of income is just Kipui. And you're going, what next? I don't know what's going to happen here. There's a new opportunity approaching. Because you probably weren't supposed to be at that place anyways. Whatever this is better. But you can't see it yet because it's not in your physical reality yet. There's something better coming someone's way. But they're going to be worried about the current situation. Because they can't see it. I don't know, I was going to give a different example, but for some reason I feel like I just could say that. We always make it through. And you will. I don't know. You're going to make it through whatever this is. Just change your perspective. Be grateful for the things that you do have. I don't know. I feel like this is going to work out for someone, even if it's crap in the moment. Like, fuck. Wish that didn't happen. But then when you look back, you go, I'm glad that happened, because that job was stressing me the fuck out. I wasn't making enough. I wasn't fucking happy. You know, like, when I worked at the casino, I've worked in HR at different places, and I was making good money there. I really was. But it was so stressful, and I was still underpaid. Even though I was making decent money, I was doing the work of like 3 fucking people. It was just extremely stressful. And of course, at the time, my daughter was being a huge pain in my ass, and she was always calling me. The school was always calling me because she was either sick or problematic, or it just was one thing after another. And I'm like, I'm gonna pull my fucking hair out right now. Like, I can't do this. I was so stressed, it was making me physically ill. Like, I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. Like, seriously, because it was just, it was horrible. And then finally, I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I quit the job, and I didn't have a plan. And I was worried about money and shit like that, because of course I'm going from being comfortable and being able to do, you know, whatever, to nothing. And I was like, I think I made a mistake. But looking back, I didn't, because it was affecting my health, and it was driving me crazy. It wasn't worth it. The money was not worth the stress. It just was not. And even though I'm still not where I was, like, financially, when I work there, I'm happier. I am way fucking happier, because they don't need all this shit. You know what I mean? As long as I can eat, my kids can eat, and have a roof over my fucking head, I got the necessities, I'm golden. But I didn't always look at it that way. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you want to buy your kids the best of the best, or you want to be able to go on vacation. You want to be able to do whatever. You want to be able to buy that thing when you want it. Yeah, that's great and nice when it happens, but that's not what life's about. It's like George Carlin said, life is all about stuff. We all have stuff. We even have a house just to store our stuff, because if you think about it, that's all it is. That's all your house is you lock up your stuff under a roof. I mean, yeah, you're in there and stuff with your family and shit, but it's all about having stuff, needing stuff, wanting stuff. You know, I mean, for fuck's sakes, everyone has so much stuff, we put it in storage, you know, and that's what he was saying. And it's just like, well, why do we need that crap? That's not what life's about. What's the point of that strength? You're strong enough to get through this. It's not about stuff. It's not about how much you have. It's about how you spend your time with the people around you and just live your life, you know? Make every day count. You're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. And strength will come from whatever the situation is as well, because it's a learning curve too. That's what it feels like. 2 of Earth and the Queen of Earth. Almost a Gemini. So there could be air energy in here, but this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Leo energy so far. It's not knowing what to do. You're strong enough to get through this situation. It will work out. You will figure this out. And there's stability right there. You have more than you think you do. Especially if we're talking in the material realm. Maybe someone needs to get rid of some of their stuff and make some money off from it. You know what I mean? But downsize. There's more abundance in this world that money can't buy. And you have it. Yeah. Give me more on this 2 of Earth. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Listen to yourself. That's a very intuitive card. It's about love, too. Loving oneself, but just sharing the love, being with those that you love. And money can't buy love. Do what you love. And if you don't know what you love, think about it. What makes you happy? I just heard cooking, so someone might like to cook. Rags to riches is what just popped up. If you allow, I don't know, you're very protected. Even if you feel like you're not, if you feel in a weakened state because of your circumstances, it will work out. I just keep wanting to say that. We have death. That's an ending. It's change. Scorpionic energy. You gotta change your thought process. How you view the world. You gotta change your perspective. And be grateful for today. I don't know. That's really what I want to keep saying. Because someone is really worried about money and shit. It could be a feminine energy, but... or a mother figure, like, how am I going to do this? It's definitely within a family situation with the Ten of Pentacles here. But that's about stability, too. King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Take charge and move forward. Someone might want to travel or relocate as well, and they might be worried that they don't have the money to do that. Because the King of Wands looks like he's planning. It's like changing course. Somebody's fearing change because of their stability. Like, if I do this and move forward, I lose all this. Do you need it anyways? If it's something you're going to lose because you're doing what you love or going after who you love or whatever, because of whatever choice you make, was it really yours in the first place? You know what I mean? I know your stuff is yours, you know, like your objects and shit in your house, but I don't know. It's almost like, what's most important to you? It's just like if your house burned down, you lost everything. I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't be running around the house trying to grab this thing and that thing and whatever. I mean, unless you were able to, but the first thing on your mind when there's a problem is, where are my kids? Where are my animals? Where's my spouse? My whoever's in the house, like the people you love. Or the things, especially if you're alone. Like, I want my family photos, you know what I mean? Like the sentimental shit, the shit you love, that's close to your heart. That's what people would pull out of a burning building or make sure we're safe. Everything else would just go up in smoke because it's replaceable. Because that's the shit money can buy. Everything else, it can't. Someone's focus is in the wrong direction. Strength again. You won't be screwed. You can do this, is what I want to say. Big wheels keep on turning. Keep on burning. Rolling, rolling down the river. I don't know why I'm singing that. You can do it. Alright, I guess I'll just pull a couple of these and then I'll go. It's pretty much the same message on repeat. Somebody needs to change their focus, be grateful for the shit that they have, and prioritize what's important to you, what is most important to you, who is most important to you. That's what you should be focused on. Not all this other shit. It's easier said than done, but that's the advice here, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's like keeping up with the Joneses energy is what it feels like. Like, I want people to look at me in a certain way, like I have this, I have that, like that I'm doing well or whatever. Who gives a flying fuck what other people think of your situation? Because they don't live it. And 90% of people who have mansions and shit like that, they look like they're having a grand old fucking time, but they're all alone 90% of the time, or they're surrounded by assholes. They're not truly happy. I'm not saying every single person who has money isn't happy, but a lot of them aren't. It just, unless they're surrounded by the people they love while they still have that. You know what I mean? Like, those are the rich people who are happy, and those are the richest people of all. Anyone who has love in their life like that, and I'm talking like family, friends, you know, your lover, whatever, that's what it's all about, you know. That's what life's all about, is connections. And move away from those who don't serve you, who stress your ass out, who cause problems, you know, who make life harder for you. If someone's sitting there making your life harder, they definitely aren't for you. They shouldn't even be around, because they're supposed to be supporting you. They're supposed to, like, emotionally, like, as a friend, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about money. They're supposed to be there for you. And it's like, they're supposed to bring you up, not tear you down, you know? If someone's making life a struggle, they gotta go. That's really what that feels like. And I just want one of these, and then I'm gonna go. I'm just swaying to the music. I just want to tell someone to shut the fuck up all of a sudden. It's almost like, all right, if you got nothing nice to say or you're going to be negative, just shut the fuck up. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Maybe some of you are going to get in that energy, like, you know, do not harsh my dream mellow just because you're miserable. Keep your negative ass over there. That's what that feels like. Not listening. Inconsiderate, always thinks they're right. Yeah, there's someone around you who always thinks they're right. This doesn't feel like you. Like, if you're in that peaceful energy, or whoever the hell is, that's not who's not listening. Because you're listening to yourself and your surroundings, you're the people around you. It's like, I take all this into consideration, but I only focus on what's most important. That's what a lot of you are doing. But there's someone here that is, I don't think they agree with how you live your life, with your point of view or perspective, because they're seeing a different one. They're seeing it from their own fucking lens. This person feels pretty negative. I don't know, nothing's ever good enough with whoever that is. They always want more. It's making me think of when someone gets, like, the newest phone, you know, the newest iPhone, whatever, Samsung, whatever the hell you guys like, you know. And it's like, oh, I got the newest model because I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. Yay! All right, what's next? I need something else. Because they're never satisfied, because they're not happy within themselves. And shit like that does not make you happy. It's very temporary. I mean, hell, look at Christmas and shit, all those presents. It's like, yay, 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 yay. I'll play with it for like a fucking hour, and then it's old news. That happens with kids a lot because they have a short attention span. But this feels like an adult. That it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then the excitement is very short-lived. Because they're dealing with some stuff. Falling apart. Feelings fading, losing interest. They lose interest in shit very fast. Somebody is very fickle. They don't know what they want. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they belong. Their focus is in the wrong fucking direction. Because you're never going to find happiness with objects and money and shit like that. You just aren't. Because I've had someone tell me, like, oh yeah, money does buy happiness. Like, it would make me happy. No, it would make you live comfortably. Which does provide a sense of happiness. But that's not true happiness. That's external. It's temporary. Because it can always go away. You can't rely on that shit to fulfill you. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. I don't know fucking why. Sugarcoat, superficial. Yeah, superficial shit here. Not all that's cracked up to be. Like, oh, I thought that'd be better than it really was. Guess not. Fuck. I don't know. There's a level of disappointment here. Because it's like I'm thinking one way, like, if I just had this, if I could just do this, if this was just my reality, everything would be great. And then you get a taste of it, or it happens, and you're like, alright, that's not what I want. Regardless of money, it's like, alright, that's not what I thought. Fuck. There's a disappointment here. Something seemed better before it happened, or before you attained it. Could even pertain to a relationship too, like, oh, this would be such an ideal partnership, and then you really get to know the person, and you're like, alright, why is this rainy day cloud hanging over my fucking head all the time? You brought in the storm. Goodbye. There's definitely a need for healing. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hopefully it helps, hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully I'll be back later. We'll see. I love you guys. So if you're thinking that way or stressing out, just relax. Prioritize. Give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack, you know? Nobody's fucking perfect in this world, just saying. Peace.